Hey, welcome back to part 2 of Love or Lust. Last episode, Krystal was walking alone at night when she was assaulted by the apparently infamous businessman Simon Zimmerman. Then Wolf shot her, then he bit her and turned her into a vampire so she wouldn't die. And that was a cool thing to do, so she's got to remain grateful to him. But what's going to happen now that Krystal's a vampire? Will she be able to keep her secrets? As Falco would say, this is Fanfiction Theater, a celebration of naive writing in all of its foibles, flaws, and unintentional hilarity.
Maybe Krystal is vampire.
Maybe a Krystal vampire.
I hope that you guys think this story is okay. I hope that you check out my other stories as well. Before we get on with
I know
chapter
it just
2,
might be a little more extreme than you guys are used to, but I really hope you like it.
Before we get on with chapter 2, I have something to say to the first person to leave a review on this story.
Oh my god!
Equinox Wolf, of course there will be a shipping in this story. It will contain both Fox x Krystal and Falco x Cat moments. Also, Krystal's undead now, so the, Serenian?
Sure.
Race is pretty much
I don't even
actually
know.
sure.
Okay. Is pretty much extinct unless she gets cured of her vampirism. I will feature some Serenian survivors in my other stories, but Krystal is the last of the Serenians in this story. Wolf converted her into a vampire because of that, and so that he can make her his servant. As such, Fox and the team are going to have a fight on their hands when they try to get her back. A lot of you might be wondering, how will the Dracula or Legacy of Cain elements come into play in this story? They will be present later in the story. The story will also have elements from the Castlevania series. Now, without further ado, let's jet!
Well, don't tell me what I'm wondering.
Now, without further ado, let's jet.
I picture this like middle-aged guy in a bathrobe and like a old coffee cup and a newspaper in hand, just kind of mumbling at the camera, you know. I hope some of you liked it. I don't know. Chapter 2: Hunger. When Fox arrived back at the Great Fox, he saw that Krystal had fallen asleep. He could see that her uniform had some tears in it. Oh, tears in it, perhaps from a knife. In addition,
Here, you want this back?
there was also a hole with blood surrounding it, but all the meat inside had disappeared in that hole.
I hope that Wolf was telling the truth.
Fox thought to himself. Krystal yawned as she woke up, rubbing her eyes open.
She's got to rub them open.
I do that once, but I had poison ivy in my eyes. Like I woke up the next morning, I'm just like, why are my eyes not opening? It was
You don't want to do it.
Oh god.
Hey, Krystal.
Fox asked.
Have you got a moment? Sure.
Her estuary English accent filled his ears.
What really happened out there?
Fox asked. The Cobalt Vixen looked at herself, acknowledging what she was now. Wolf had turned her into a vampire, but she felt that it would have been more merciful of him to finish her off. Well, then why did you ask for him to turn you into a vampire?
Yeah.
She thought of an answer to Fox's question. She didn't want to lie to him, but she felt like Wolf would come after her if she didn't.
Like Wolf said, I nearly got mugged.
Krystal lied.
Okay.
Fox nodded, accepting her lie.
I accept your lie. But if you need to talk, we're here for you. Me, Peppy, Falco, and Slippy.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's always Slippy, isn't it?
I'll talk to you when morning comes.
She smiled.
I'll see you then.
Fox said.
Good night.
Krystal said as she walked off.
Good night.
Fox said back. Beep, beep. After taking a shower and getting dressed for bed, Krystal brushed her teeth. While doing so, she saw that her reflection in the mirror was transparent.
How did you see that?
Okay, transparent, not invisible, I guess. I guess that works, I guess.
Okay.
Well, you mean translucent, though?
Maybe.
Shouldn't it be completely gone?
She
Shouldn't
thought.
it be okay? Yeah. Maybe my conversion to an undead creature is happening really slow. Wolf did
Yeah,
bite me,
Tracy.
so I should be a
Okay.
half vampire.
All right, I'm convinced.
Krystal got done with brushing her teeth and decided to go to bed. But if I can't see that I'm Cobalt in the mirror, am I truly Cobalt? Entering her room, she lay down on her bed, not feeling the urge to get covered up in the blankets. However, she was still in some minor pain. A pain that no stuffed animal or living person could take away.
I do not share Krystal's views on stuffed animals not taking
Not even
away
if
your
you
pain.
took
Well, you go
Water?
to the stuffed animals first. Yeah.
But maybe
Hey,
a
she
real
left out
animal?
dead person.
Right, a real
that on
animal
purpose?
or a dead person.
What do I expect anyway?
The Cobalt Vixen thought as she slept.
I got stabbed in the shoulder, shot in between my chest and my abdomen, and bitten by an enemy of the tame, who is now a vampire. I'm going to have to feed on blood, but who do I feed on?
However, outside her room, Falco was standing by the door. I was going to say, I'm purely picturing the German pop song.
Absolutely.
The avian had a mortified look on his face, seeing as one of his closest friends had looked badly hurt, but was still standing. Beep. When morning came, Krystal heard someone knocking on the door.
Come in.
She said. Peppy entered the room.
How there?
All right.
Hi, Krystal. Are you okay?
Of course I am.
She said.
Why are you asking?
Falco told me you had injuries that would otherwise kill you.
The old hare said.
I'm sure that he was just seeing things.
Krystal said as she looked at herself, noticing that her wounds had healed up.
You look like how you did yesterday.
That's how I greet my friends all the time. That's how, I go to work and it's like, hey, you look like how you did yesterday.
You haven't aged a bit.
No progress.
Peppy noted.
Yeah, maybe Falco was...
The Cobalt Vixen tried to speak, but she caught that scent again. The same smell that she caught last night.
Oh, where am I? Sorry. Are you okay,
Peppy?
honey?
Peppy
Are you
asked.
okay, honey?
Peppy asked, like how a father would their daughter.
Is someone cooking?
Krystal asked.
Well, breakfast is ready, so that's probably what you smell.
Peppy said.
Good to know.
The Vixen said.
Oh my God. Will you be joining us?
The old hare asked.
Of course I will, silly.
She said as she gave him a hug. As she did that, the smell got stronger.
Tell the boys that you're coming.
Peppy said when Krystal let go of him. When he walked off, Krystal felt the smell leave her nose. However, now that he was gone, the sun was now in full view. Desperate to avoid it, as per Wolf's warnings, she went deeper into her room and got dressed for the day. Seeing as she would burn to a cinder now that the sun would hurt her, she put on a black hoodie that Fox had given to her as a gift.
I never thought I'd wear it in the morning.
The Vixen thought to herself. Leaving her room, Krystal made her way to the kitchen. Inside the kitchen, Fox, Falco, Slippy, and Peppy were sitting at the table.
Morning, guys.
She greeted.
Good morning, Krystal.
Fox smiled.
Hi.
Slippy said.
What's up with the hoodie?
Falco asked.
I just like wearing it.
Oh, felt like.
Oh, I just felt like wearing it.
Krystal lied.
You kind of look like an emo.
First, I thought that was a typo and I meant an emu.
Kind of look like an emu. Or
The avian snart.
And I looked up snart, and that's a chemical process that happens in avians. So,
No, should we be worried?
but she's too pretty to be an emo.
It still works as emu. Slippy said.
Come now, boys.
Peppy said,
If she wants to wear it, let her wear it.
Thanks, Peppy.
the cobalt vixen smiled.
Anytime, kid.
The old hare smiled back. The anytime kid.
why don't you get some grub?
Falco asked.
Very well, then.
Krystal said as she grabbed a plate and filled it up with food. As she ate the food, she felt that her stomach was not accepting it.
Well, I'm a vampire now.
Krystal thought as she ate.
The only thing that my stomach will accept is blood. If my body won't accept food for now... Tough toenails. What?
Will it accept?
I had to reread that.
Oh, I just looked it up, and foxes can be prone to tough toenails. Especially
So if I
they're
throw up on
vampires,
everybody
it
else,
says.
tough toenails.
I love how extremely British she is in reaction to this. You know, it's like, well, I guess I am a vampire now. Let's just kind of...
Let's just continue eating food that I can't digest.
After she finished eating, the cobalt vixen managed to fight her rebellious stomach by holding it.
Other praise. It's anything. Come on.
Wow.
Are we counting these? Because it's insane. It's insane how many cobalt vixens.
The cobalt vixen asked. Wolf held the cobalt vixen close to him. The cobalt vixen felt something. The cobalt vixen nodded. The cobalt vixen, 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 the cobalt vixen managed to fight her rebellious stomach by holding it.
Yeah, I'll set one up.
Woo!
While this did concern her fellow Star Fox teammates, she looked at them with a reassuring smile.
You feeling okay, Chris?
Fox asked.
I guess I ate a little too much.
I feel like I need to put this on your soundboard because it comes up all the time. Just Krystal lied.
Yeah.
Weird.
Slippy said.
You usually eat more than that.
You cow.
Slippy.
Fox, Falco, and Peppy said.
Sorry.
The toad frowned.
Oh no.
Krystal said.
You're okay, Slippy. This is horrible.
I am?
Slippy asked.
Sure.
The cobalt vixen said.
I guess that today is just one of those days where I don't feel good.
If you're sick, you can take the day off.
Peppy said.
I'm fine, Peppy.
Krystal said.
Sounds British, too. Fine, Peppy, I am.
Yeah.
I can still do my job.
But can you make your sentence less weird?
Falco asked.
The I'm fine, Peppy.
I'll do that.
The vixen
What
sighed.
does that mean?
I'll do that with the right
Weird
Peppy. I will.
I don't know. Ba-doop, boop. Later on, Star Fox got a message from General Pepper stating that some bandits had taken the Corneria City Council hostage. Before she left to rescue the city council with the team, Krystal went to the bathroom and vomited, her stomach having had enough of her. When she was done, she flushed down...
Who vomited who?
When she was done, she flushed down her regurgitation, washed her hands, and walked out of the bathroom.
I'm just sad that Sergeant Pepper got demoted.
So I got a
yeah,
question. Is General Pepper, Sergeant Pepper get promoted or what?
I think
Come
we
on!
just asked that.
Come on! Made the joke 2 seconds before.
Having stomach problems?
Looking behind her, Krystal saw Falco standing by the door. He is there an uncomfortable amount of the time.
You kind of scared me
He's
there.
fascinated by it. You know, birds don't have control. They just go whenever they have to. So,
Yeah.
The vixen said,
Is it true there's two kinds of toilets in there? One for two of your weird holes?
Starfox, you're a weird hole.
Krystal, is there something wrong?
Falco asked.
No, why do you ask?
Why do you
She asked.
Why do you ask?
I saw you when you came back last night.
The avian explained,
You had wounds that no one would survive from. Oh, they healed. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Hell, you're even wearing a hoodie on a hot day.
Why is it a hot day on the Great Fox?
Turn up the heat, I guess.
It's sunny today.
Sorry, guys.
Life support's
I
on the
haven't
fritz,
invented
I
the Fox AC Marine Developed.
Mhm.
You're acting funny, but it's not like how I imagined you would. Why are you acting
Imagine
like
you
that?
acting funny.
Falco says the weirdest stuff. Your sentence is
Falco.
You're
weird.
acting funny, but not a Jim Belushi funny.
Falco,
Krystal said.
you don't need to worry about me.
Oh,
This blue vixen, Cobalt, even,
Hey,
can handle herself in everyday life.
See, I thought that sentence, like in the periphery of my vision, was this blue vixen can handle herself any day, but it's in everyday life. I can check the eggs
Yeah.
for cracks, and I can buy them with my own card. Thank you very much.
I like that even Krystal is sick of the narrator shit with the Cobalt vixen. She's
Yeah,
It's just that you were talking to Wolf before Fox came and got you.
the bird said.
Just bird.
Baby.
Not avian anymore. All right.
We were
a
just
boring
talking,
old
and
bird
that's
now.
it.
Krystal lied, not wanting to tell him what really happened. Falco sighed and said,
I guess that we should go.
Well, come on, Feathers. Well, come on, Feathers.
no.
Good old thing among the birds.
Britishism I wish had not made it across the pond.
The vixen said as she ran off to board her Arwing. Boop, boop. Once they got down to Corneria City, the team entered City Hall to fight off the bandits.
What?
This is Star Fox.
Fox called out.
Come out with your hands up, you crazy thieves. You
You
crazy
guys.
thieves.
One of the bandits, a hedgehog, said as he fired at the team with his blaster.
It's Sonic.
I guess so.
do that again. Yeah.
Huh, screw you.
One of the bandits, a hedgehog, said as he fired at the team with his blaster.
Oh, it's Shadow the Hedgehog. Sorry.
Mm.
Looks like we have to go in there.
Falco stated. I don't think you can state with an exclamation point, but
I love this life advice from Pepe here.
Oh yeah, be careful, guys. Don't be sloppy, guys. Be careful, guys.
right. I like that.
Be
Yeah. without-
doobies, not don't bees.
As she entered the building, Krystal felt the smell return to her nose. This time, the smell was much stronger.
Something's crawling in my
Shouldn't be a-
nose. It's a
It would-
smell.
It would seem that where it was coming from was close.
We're here, bandits.
Don't be there, bandits.
She called out.
So I suggest you surrender before the situation gets worse.
When the door to the main room opened, the bandits came out with their blasters.
So you're the infamous Star Fox.
One of the bandits, a badger, asked with contempt.
You don't look so tough.
Another bandit, a coyote, said,
Especially not that vixen with you.
Oh, somebody's read the narration.
You won't be saying that when we kick your asses.
Falco said.
They come and get us!
One of the bandits, a hyena, challenged.
Challenge accepted!
Slippy screamed as the team engaged in a battle with the bandits. During the battle, Krystal managed to shoot one of the bandits, the hedgehog that fired at them, in the head. After that, the smell returned, being much stronger than it was before.
Oh, I think
like
we're going
I'm
to put
there.
this together.
Of course, the smell is from their blood.
The cobalt vixen thought to herself.
Ding.
But why do I smell it when there's no open wounds or blood bags out?
The team...
Well, you just shot someone in the head.
Shoo. The team continued to fire their weapons, killing all but 2 of them.
Wait, she's confused why she smells it now? Wasn't
Yep.
No, why
the
she
fact that
also
the
smelled
smell
it
appeared
before.
what made her put that together?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
Okay.
she's
there was no
confused
open
about
wounds
before she
despite
opened one
her-
of them up. She could still smell the blood.
Oh, why do I smell it in other times
other
when there's no
instances.
open
Okay.
wounds or blood bags out?
You punks!
You know, with all these different species, it'd be hell to run a blood bank. You'd have to
Yeah.
have like
You punks! I'm trying to deliver my line. You punks!
One of the bandits, a pigeon, screamed.
Ignore
This is a
them.
ferret.
Let's just leave.
Yeah, this person was like, I cannot write a fight scene to save my life, but if I just litter the scene with new bandits... The other bandit, a ferret, said as they ran out of City Hall.
Oh, no, you don't.
Fox said as he tried to run after them before being stopped by a certain blue vixen.
Why do every fanfics that do that
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
a certain blue?
Certain.
Yeah, we know who. We know who.
No
It's
reason
not
to
like.
be coy.
I think you know the one, the cobalt one. You may know her as.
I'll go after them.
Krystal said.
Go free the hostages.
You sure you don't want some help?
Fox asked.
I'll be fine by myself.
Krystal said as she ran after the bandits.
All right, who's the pigeon?
That was Kitty.
Lousy Star Fox, they're tougher than we thought.
The pigeon said.
Don't worry, we'll get them next time.
The ferret said to him.
Sorry, boys, but there is no next time.
The 2 bandits looked up and saw Krystal standing near the alleyway.
Time is an illusion.
Time is a flat circle.
So, you're the new member.
The ferret asked.
Nice hoodie, by the way.
The pigeon chuckled.
Set your sarcastic remarks aside.
Krystal said.
I don't want anyone to get hurt.
That's pretty much how this is going to end.
The pigeon said.
No one getting hurt?
Let's set our sarcastic remarks aside and work this out.
Yay!
hand over your blood and no one gets hurt.
Wait, you have blood
Do you have
bags on
many
you?
bags? You got in bag form is good. That's perfect. I could take it home and yeah.
Yeah, you should be expecting that when you fight guys like us.
Nobody
The
ever gets
ferret
hurt.
said. The ferret said.
We're the careful guys. I'm careful ferret, and this is careful pigeon. Careful guys.
I'm always expecting a fight,
The cobalt vixen said.
Jesus.
but I might kill you both in a brutal way when we're done.
Yep, that's right, mate.
Fine with me.
The ferret said.
Fine with me. What are you, pigeon?
Me too.
The
Okay,
pigeons.
yeah, we'll just be killed in a brutal way then. Thank you.
I'm gonna end every social interaction with that. Do you want your change? Yes, but I might kill you in a brutal way when you're done.
Sir, this is
Fine
Wendy's.
with me.
The pigeons said as they got up from the ground.
Very well, then.
Krystal sighed, reluctant to fight because of what was going to happen when she won.
Would you have to rip their spines out, Krystal? Like,
I mean, she's got a lot of empty blood bags to fill, you know? The bandits came after Krystal with knives, but the Cobalt Vixen rolled out of the way. She then kicked the pigeon to the ground, injuring him. However, the ferret was behind her.
heads up!
He screamed. All of a sudden, Krystal's eyes glowed yellow. Her telepathy felt different due to her vampirism, but that didn't stop her from punching the ferret in the face.
Well, she was telepathic before,
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
She
but
called
now
out-
that she's a vampire,
Yeah.
she's like extra
It feels
telepathic,
different.
or
It just feels different.
When he was down, the Cobalt Vixen shot the bandit in the head. The pigeon then got up, only to be shocked by his fellow bandit's death.
Don't hurt me!
He cried.
Where?
I'm sorry.
Krystal said as she approached him.
I'll try to make it quick.
The pigeon then felt Krystal's mouth bite down on his neck, the blood leaving it as she choked the red liquid down her throat. He let out a scream as his life ended painfully, but no one was coming to his rescue. When the Cobalt Vixen let go, her victim was dead with 2 holes in his neck. The pigeon's face was lifeless and his body was thinner, signifying his lack of blood.
okay. Speaking of
Part of his lack of
Exercise.
blood will be paid by.
It's like a deflated balloon.
Krystal could
across
help
the
but
sky.
gag, because not only had she drained... Yeah, she was fine. Because not only had she drained someone of their blood, but because she had to do it to calm her stomach.
As a
Did
wolf
she
now.
try flat Pepsi?
Oh,
That's good for her.
first feeding, eh?
7-Up.
Krystal asked as she faced a darker area of the alleyway.
How long have you been standing there?
What do you
Out
think
of
is going to happen in that darker area of the alleyway? Let's find out, huh?
Standing
The careful guys would probably warn not to go into that darker area of the alleyway.
Without a
This has been a
flashlight.
bulletin from the careful guys.
Out of the shadows, Wolf appeared.
Well, how long have you been standing there?
Krystal asked again.
I was actually waiting to feed on that lowlife.
The one-eyed lupine said,
But seeing as you beat me to his blood, I want to give you something.
What is it?
She asked. Wolf reached into his pocket and pulled out a jar full of red liquid.
This is enough blood to get you through the week.
He told the vixen,
Use it well.
But I don't want to feed on blood.
But I don't want to feed on blood. Krystal looked down.
That's not an option.
Wolf said.
You need to feed on blood in order to satisfy your hunger. You cannot go vegan. You'll starve to death.
Yes, Spitfire. He's just had a jar of blood in his warm jacket. All day, all week.
It's like a big pickle jar worth.
And he was
are
still
you
waiting
doing
to
here?
drain that ferret. So
I mean, it's enough for the week. So yeah, it probably is.
I'm looking for somewhere to put down this jar of blood so that I can eat.
I get the big Costco jars of cheese puffs, and then I just put blood in there.
Oh, gross.
That's how I do it.
Why did you turn me?
The Cobalt Vixen asked.
Because I see potential in you.
The one-eyed mercenary said.
What?
Krystal asked.
I see your potential.
Wolf said.
Yeah, again.
That's why I
heard
turned
you.
you into a vampire.
That's what that sentence means. I don't know how to make it any clearer here.
If you died, all of your potential would have gone to waste. Life is full of disappointments, but being a vampire isn't one of them. You can live forever, and you can stay up all night. No mom's telling you when to go to bed. But to survive, you must feed on blood. With you as a vampire, I feel that your potential would be high, is what I'm trying to say.
But
I
why
feel
did you
like
turn
that.
me?
Being an immortal, undead creature won't make me reach my potential.
Krystal said.
It will just make me lose my mind.
Don't worry.
Wolf said.
If you train with me, you'll get used to it. And
time
this is
for
where
the
we're supposed to play
tutorial.
Dare to Be Stupid by Weird Al Yankovic.
Krystal thought about something, then asked,
Are there any other vampires?
Of course there are, and it's all thanks to the SW42 formula. With this new formula,
I knew after he's pulling out buckets of blood, it was going to go the Jim Baker route here eventually. He's just going to start selling some goddamn formula. Wolf laughed.
Leon's a vampire, Panther's a vampire, Faye's a vampire, Miyu's a vampire, everybody is a vampire! Look on your seats, there's SW42 formula!
Who are Faye and Miyu?
They're from Star Fox 2, you've probably never played it.
The Cobalt Vixen asked.
I take it Fox didn't tell you about the other girls on the team.
The Lupine Mercenary asked.
He told me that he had a girlfriend named Farrah Phoenix.
Krystal said.
But they broke up long before I met the team.
I've got my eyes on that Phoenix girl.
Wolf said.
But there's one problem. She's been training and hunting vampires. I only managed to get Faye, Miyu, and you because all three of you were easier to get to.
So he's tracking down the women and turning them into vampires. He's making a harem.
Yep.
Everybody that Fox ever shared a fleeting glance with.
Yeah.
Pathetic wolf.
What's your next move?
The Vixen asked.
Training my successor, the next leader of Star Wolf. The main thing is they have to be named Wolf.
The Lupine Mercenary turned vampire said.
Boy.
Good luck with that.
Krystal said.
So you're going to reject my offer?
Wolf said as he tilted his head.
Well, Krystal, are you there?
Fox's voice rang out.
Uh-oh, it's Fox.
The Cobalt Vixen squeaked.
I guess I should get out of your hair.
Wolf said.
I'll talk to you later.
Krystal said as she walked off, putting the jar of blood in the pocket of her hoodie.
So a teacher's going to ask you about that.
Is sloshing around as you walk.
And I'll think about your offer, too.
Wolf smiled, knowing that his plan was working. Krystal was slowly embracing her vampirism. It was only a matter of time before Fox caught on. By the time his rival found out, it would have been too late. Krystal would be Wolf's successor, and Wolf would have an army of vampires and monsters at his beck and call. Letting out a chuckle that echoed through the alleyway, Wolf went deeper into the alleyway, waiting for his next feeding. So he's making a shadow wolf core, if you will. It was only a matter of time before someone entered the area. Yeah, it's going rather fast, but I'm trying to get it done as fast as possible in time for the end of October. Halloween! I hope that you guys like the rest of the story because it's going to get bloody in certain areas. Also, be prepared
It wasn't yet?
Also, be prepared for some pretty badass fight scenes. Until next time, guys, peace.
Really bloody
Yeah, I'll get ready.
I'm just gonna say.
It's gonna get pretty badass, guys. I hope you're ready.
I mean, after that ferret punch in the face.